Welcome back, race fans. We are here. We are at Sebring. We are in a Daytona prototype, and we've got some very fast drivers here settling in for 2.4 hours around Sebring. We're starting at 7 a.m. at dawn. It's pistols at dawn at Sebring. Can we go 2.4 hours without our brains melting?
Let's go.
Car left, 3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear right. Clear all round. On your left, clear left.
Oh, it's a 2.4-hour race, guys. Oh, that's the
Yellow
grass.
flag. Watch out.
Left side, clear left.
Am I in last? I kind of feel like I'm in last now. Oh well.
The start's okay.
I am.
Let's get stuck in.
Let's try to survive these guys dying. It's a shame I didn't get any liveries. Not really a passing opportunity, so I'll just save fuel instead. So here's the deal. I discovered that 2.4 hours amounts to approximately 69 laps, giggity. So I ran a race against AI for 69 laps. And I found that if you go balls out for the whole time, you need a splash at the end. But if you save a lap of fuel... Oh my, that's the wall, buddy!
Car left, clear left.
If you save as much as a lap of fuel, you can eliminate that splash pit stop at the end and save yourself about a minute.
P10.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be saving fuel. Whoopsie daisy.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Well, that set me back a bit. I was hoping to hang on to the slipstream a little. Do they not have 100% fuel on? Because I was using 3 liters a lap in practice. And I only used 2 liters that lap? That doesn't seem right.
Some skins are missing, but press the restart button to download the new ones.
Yes, skin app. I'm absolutely going to restart the game right now to load those skins. I'll get right on that. I think I'm catching Kevin.
The gap ahead is now 2.0 seconds.
I'm gonna have to go back. Oh no!
Yellow flag.
I'm gonna have to go back to the VOD after this race. I'm gonna have to see if they lowered the fuel usage for this race. Because I was definitely using 3.2 liters a lap in my practice race.
The leader has just done a 152.7.
And now I'm using 1.9. That'd be a real shame if I worked out all that strategy and it turns out they're not using the right, they're the same settings I am for fuel use. Just to turn it into a one-stop race.
The gap behind's increased to 5.1.
This just in, these guys are better than the AI players. I hope the microphone is picking up my desperate gear clicking. Look at that dawn sun coming up. Pretty good for a 9-year-old game, isn't it? By the way, astute observers may note the new map, the new track map there next to Substanding. That is comfy
Fastest
map.
lap for Gallardi, 152.5.
Very nice little map app for Assetto Corsa. Particularly good for cruising events or like free roam stuff, because if you're in practice mode, you can mouse
That lap was
over
a
comfy map and it'll show you all the
155.6. Good
spawn
lap.
points.
That's your quickest today. Pit window opens
And you
in
can
2
like,
minutes.
I think it's right click or control click, I'm not sure which, and you can warp to that spawn point. So if you're doing like a cruise night or whatever and you want to catch up to your friends, you can just go boink, and now you're where they are. You can even warp to other drivers.
The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 4.2. Pit window open in 1 minute.
Give me the gaps.
Okay, I'll read out those gaps.
Guys in front have run away enough. Can't really see him anymore.
The leader's just done a 152.4.
52. Jeebus McCready. Scenic route through sunset.
The gap in front is now 8.5. That lap was a 155.7. The gap behind is now 3.5 seconds. Okay, Pasha. The pit window is now open.
I'm just having fun cruising around for an hour. Or two. Which is good, because I don't know if I'm going to see anybody.
New fastest lap for Gallardi, 152.2.
Wattage is having some real problems back there. But I think Kevin's catching me. Oh no! Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. I only lost 2/10. Wow.
The gap ahead is now 9.4. That last lap was a 155.8. The gap behind is now 2.6.
That is not the line in T1. Confirmed. Racing through the golden hour. Fantastic. That's not ideal.
The gap in front is now 10 seconds. That was a 155.7. Good consistency. Keep them coming. The gap behind is now 1.2.
It's definitely catching.
59.
It'll still be interesting to see if anybody needs a splash at the end, because it's just barely. Like, the tank is 76 liters. And if my calculator is asking me to put in 69...
The gap in front is now 10 seconds. You've just done a 155.2. That's your best lap in this session. The gap behind is now 1.0.
Somebody with really bad fuel economy might still be in a situation where they have to take a splash at the end. I mean, my calculator is creeping up. Helps to be in the right gear for that corner. Fattest DP ass on the track. So fat, it's a PH.
Left side.
We got 2
Watch your
hours
line.
left. I'm gonna give this to
Clear
him,
left.
hoping that we can slipstream around the place.
P10. Yellow flag.
Oh, hello. Not the line. That was dumb. Now I'm gonna lose Kevin. Spect is with us now, for some reason. Went in a little deep there, Giggity.
The gap behind is now 1:20.
I'm afraid I'm going to jinx myself, but I have to say it again. This setup is incredibly comfortable.
The gap in front is now
purple pit.
1.8 seconds. That lap time was 1:55.5.
I was faster through whatever section that is than anyone else in the race. Ooh, 54.6 in the race. Hello. well, there that goes. Oh well. Posture check. Uh-oh, still gotta make the break point. What's up, Mike?
The gap behind is now 1:23.
I both am and am not surprised that there were only 12 people here tonight. It is, largely. The people in this race are all much faster than me. So I, a perennial mid-packer in this group, am a backmarker instead. Haven't had any incidents, haven't had any big screw-ups, I'm just slower than these guys. But the car feels good. I've got a pretty decent strategy going. Haven't, knock on wood. Haven't really put a foot wrong so far. So I'm just gonna ride this out and see where I end up. We started in golden hour, by the way. We started pre-dawn and are now enjoying this beautiful early morning.
The gap behind is now 1:27.
Watchich is just not having a good time. $54.9. Oh yeah.
The gap in front is now 3.7 seconds. Your lap time was at 1:55.0. Good lap. That's your best in the session.
DP's at Sebring. Works very well. Oh, that's a sausage. Threw away half a second there. Oops. Yeah, Austin's not fifth very often, but I think something might have... I think there may have been some sort of incident up ahead, because there were a bunch of yellow flags flashing for a while.
1:52.1.
Whoa, baby! Whoa, baby! Come bring it home. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Save. Nothing to see here. Nothing wrong. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's just
The gap
fine.
behind is now 1:34.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. Everything's great. Whoa, baby.
The gap in front is now 9.3. Tenth position.
You know, I was 4th in qualifying at some point. And then I was 8th.
That's a new fastest lap for Gallardi, 152.1. Yellow flag.
Uh-oh.
The gap behind is now.
How you doing there, Kev?
31.
Right side. Clear right.
Well done, Pasha. Good pass. Eyes front.
Dorifto Kingi.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds. P9. The gap behind is now 3.6.
This is fun. I gotta tell you. Stark contrast to last night. I was really bummed last night. I was looking forward to running the PSR race, but it was the Radicals at Hockenheim, but I don't know if it was the car or the mod or me or what. I literally could not get around the track. Like, I could not put a lap in because I would just slide off one side or another. And I don't know what was going on. But it was like I didn't know how to drive a car. So I didn't even run my 3 laps, which thinking back, I kind of should have just suffered through the 3 laps and then bailed out, but like, it was, oh god. It was one of those deals where like the car and the track were so mismatched, like it was so hard just to get around the course.
Seconds.
It just wasn't fun.
The gap behind is now 3.0 seconds.
And yes, we like to pretend that we're imaginary race car drivers, but ultimately this is a game, and when the game isn't fun, you walk away and play something else. And that's what I did. And I kind of hate skipping out on a night with PSR. But I wasn't having fun. The driving, you know, the main event, as it were, the actual driving, was not enjoying it. And didn't see myself wanting to put up with that for 60 minutes and maybe ruin somebody else's race in the process. So apologies to everybody last night, but I just had to bail. It was just frustrating me. Unlike this race, which has been, I mean, I don't want to jinx myself again, pretty placid. Riley's on the relative now. He's gaining 3 seconds a lap on me. That means 10 minutes or 10 laps.
The
Yeah,
gap in front is now 17
It was
seconds.
good enough.
That lap was a 155.2.
I was thinking back, that
Yellow
last
flag.
race I
All
ran
right,
on
Asher.
it
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
was with
The gap behind is now 2.8.
Sean Clark Janetta. And I think that mod has too much grip. Like it's standard sort of fantasy god tires that make their way onto a lot of his mods. But combined with a track like the Hockenheim mod where grip is too low, it balanced out and we had some really good racing. But the Radical, which is already kind of on the limit all the time, like I literally could not get around without going off. And it was such a snap event when it happened, like it felt unpreventable. I thought I saw somewhere that somebody was working on a new version of Hockenheim for AC, which would be, you know, fine.
The gap ahead is now 18 seconds. That was a 155.0. The gap behind is now 2.8 seconds.
There we go. This is a good lap so far. Why do I love jinxing myself so much? I'm just vibing. I don't know. I don't have all that much to talk about, unfortunately. I mean, there's some pretty hard life things going on right now that I don't really want to bring out to everybody. I don't want to be a downer.
The gap in front is now 15
But other than
seconds.
that,
You've just done a 155.1. The gap behind is now 2.3 seconds.
I am looking forward to when all my Moza stuff comes in. One of the things I bought that I've never had before is a handbrake. I'm excited to try that in like BeamNG or something. It's the Moza handbrake that can be kind of folded in half and simulate either a road car or a pull handle from a rally car or whatever. I'm a little bit disappointed that it can't be used as a sequential shifter. Like, it only clicks like a handbrake. It doesn't click two ways. But I am still excited to have a handbrake to do off-roady things. Particularly with BeamNG having such a focus on off-roady things. Not the line. But I gave Kevin some pocket sand. I'm staying relatively consistent. That's good.
The gap in front is now 15 seconds. The gap behind is now 1.5.
Whatever the difference between my practice race setup and this actual session, I really wish this really was a two-stop race, because I could use the brake.
P9.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah. I mean, just the pedals are such a huge step up. I have those installed already. In fact, I just installed them fully today. On Wednesday, they were held on by C-clamps. One thing I did not bank on when I got the rock-solid rig.
Okay, Pasha, you've got half your fuel left.
The difference, the major difference between this rig and a metal one is the mounting plates on a metal rig are just that. They're plates. They're thin sheets of metal. Whereas on this rig, they're thick pieces of wood. And all the bolts that come with stuff to mount it to plates don't fit. They're too short to go through big old planks of wood. So I had to make a trip to the hardware store today and get some longer machine screws to fasten
The gap ahead
the
is now
pedal
15
plate
seconds.
to the,
Your lap time was
pedal deck of the rig.
155.0. The gap behind is
The
now
stock
0.9.
mounting hardware just was not long enough to go through a big old plank of wood. Something I didn't really consider when I bought this rig. I don't really, it's not a knock against the rig itself. But you have to not be afraid to go to the hardware store and get yourself some longer bolts for things once in a while.
Fastest lap for Gallardi, 151.9.
51.9 on old tires. Everything's fine, everything's fine.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Thank you. I'd like to credit these brand new shiny Moza pedals, but some dumb luck was involved as well. Dorift King!
Car left, clear left.
You're locking your front right wheel.
Kevin and I are just... Please, you have ninth
The gap in
place. No,
front
no,
is
I
now
insist. You have ninth
17
place. No, no,
seconds.
I can't possibly. You please take ninth place.
The gap behind is now 5.1.
Alright, old chap, I'll have it for a while. Just trying to be a nice guy, that's all. Exactly. I think these pedals are already making a difference.
The gap ahead is now 16 seconds. That lap time was 154.7. That's your fastest lap. The gap behind is now 5.3.
I'm just vibing. DP at Sebring, la da la la. We've now driven into full daylight. That's not it. That's not it. Ugh.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds. The car behind's pitting now.
Interesting. He's turning it into a two-stop race. I wonder if he just ate his tires that bad, or if he took damage there. Or something. He did have that encounter with the wall on Ullman. tires are looking a little bit worn. I'm not losing that much time yet. I mean, the time I've lost this lap is more from mistakes. My brain is losing grip, it's not the tires. I want to be crossing the start-finish with about 2/10 of a lap left. Which means I need to save fuel a little bit. What? I don't know. Yeah, I need to save a little bit of fuel. So I can
The gap
run
in
it
front
all
is
the
now
way down.
17 seconds. P8.
Don't need to save aggressively or anything.
The gap behind is now 17 seconds.
Just a little bit of lift and coast into the corners for a little bit. If I can save even 2/10 of a lap worth, then I can run one more lap on this stint. Of course, my tires start giving up, then that's all moot and I'll have to pit anyway, but ooh, the left rear is red now. I think I need to put a dead zone at the top of the throttle because I'm not pushing it in hard enough. There's this weird, like, squishy bit right at the end of the travel.
The gap
I have
ahead
to
is
really
now
mash it to get all
41
the way down.
seconds. The gap behind is now 14 seconds.
That was stupid. Only lost half a second. That's amazing. I'm gonna run until the fuel is out or the tire goes. Whichever comes first. I mean, it looks red, but it doesn't feel that bad. My goal here is to make it a one-stop race. If I can make it to halfway... without doing too much of this... Of course, I also have to stop driving like an idiot. I was grinding the front tire that time, it's fine. It's fine.
P6.
Like I said, if I stop driving like an idiot... Hendry's already pitted twice. Wow. Interesting. He must have had some sort of incident.
The gap in front is now 10 seconds. That lap was a 155.5. The gap behind is now 0.9.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Why fight? Dude's 3 seconds faster than me. My strategy is to be consistent and take care of my tires. I can't do that if I'm fighting Pendry. 10 laps on this tank. Actually, I need to save a little bit of fuel so I can get all 10 laps out of it.
The gap behind is now 0.8, 7th position.
Right side. Clear right. On your left. Still there. Still there. Clear left.
If you go too far out there, the lap doesn't count. Yeah, I don't know. Henry must have had some sort of issue. Maybe the same issue that put Ognoski back to 5th. What's up, Sean? I'm running a race against a bunch of very fast people. It's going the way you might expect.
The leader,
But
Gallardi,
I'm having fun
is
in a
pitting.
GP. Even got a Corvette hat on. Trying to beat him on strategery.
The gap behind is now
If I can make it
36
halfway on
seconds.
these tires, I'm going to subtract a pit stop. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. I have been thrown to the wolves. There's some very, very fast people in here. I am generally a mid-pack sort of guy, so to be thrown in with all these very fast people, that makes me a backmarker. Yeah, exactly. Be consistent, don't bin the car. Stick to the plan, and see what comes out the other side. Hope it's not poop. Oh, I've got plenty of fuel now.
The gap in front is now 4.7.
Exactly. It's the strategy. I mean, I'm not going to win this race, but I'm hoping to get something out of it.
The gap behind is now 34 seconds. Yellow flag.
Plus, you got people crashing. I'm a little bit disheartened that I have not yet made my pit stop, and yet I'm still next to last. Oh my. I feel like he just pitted. Tires are probably not... Although, this is one of those weird IER mods where the tires start bad and get good, and then get bad again. I have the Dallara. In fact, it's weird. Roman Aquino is the only one who picked the Coyote. Whoa, baby! Everything's fine. He thinks the tires are starting to go.
You're locking your front left wheel.
Front left? That's interesting. I've had a couple of saves this race. I wish I didn't have to. But at least it's worked out. Oh, watch it, dropped out.
Yellow flag.
That's too bad for him. The only guy I was beating on pace. Couldn't take it anymore and dropped out of the race, so... Can I make it 6 laps on these trash tires and not lose too much time? Let's find out. Hopefully this lap will be clean.
Yellow flag. 8th place.
That's not where the track goes, mate. Counting down the laps. We gotta make room for that 70 liters of fuel. I gotta be under 6 liters in the tank to make this work.
You've got got 10 minutes of
Got
fuel
10
remaining.
now.
7th position.
It would be cool if I actually braked for these corners. That would be great. Got a little bit of brain melt going on already. I think in my practice race on Monday, there was so much going on. You know, I was always passing GT3s or whatever because it was... I could do whatever I want in the practice race, so I made it multi-class. Set it to the actual 2016 IMSA field for Sebring. So there was always something to do, some GT to pass or some fight to fend off from one of the prototypes. Or some lap where I needed to fuel save. Did it help to keep my focus up? Whereas this race, I've kind of been driving around by myself the whole time. So I'm starting to fade a little bit. Plus, there were 2 pit stops in my practice race, whereas here there's only going to be 1. So I think
The gap in
that
front is
break
now 6.6.
is worth something. What was that?
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
What just happened to that dude? Did he hit the inside wall or something? He just got launched across the track. His day went from okay to meh.
That's a new fastest lap for Gallardi, 151.8. The car behind's pitting.
That's going to be tough to come back from. Martin has also not pitted yet. He's trying to make it a one-stopper.
The gap ahead is now 18 seconds. 6th place.
By the end of this lap, I can pit. Because I think we're going to hit halfway here. Yep. I think this lap is going to be half distance. And as low as the tires are on the gauge, they really don't feel all that bad. I am having to be a bit more cautious. But But as long as I'm not screwing up, I've been able to manage it
Okay,
all
Pasha.
right.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
So I think one stopping it is a feasible strat. As long as I don't get caught up in something stupid or do something stupid myself. I mean, I'm only 3/10 down on this lap with 3 red tires. Of course, I screwed up there. Gave away another 3/10 just for being an idiot. But you get the point.
The gap in front is now 20 seconds. That's halfway. We think about 3 minutes of fuel remaining. The gap behind is now 24 seconds.
I know this isn't much to watch, but I'm having fun. I'm just interested to see how this is going to play out. I'm really kind of throwing a Hail Mary with this strategy. I just don't have the pace on these guys. I'm gonna go one more. I'm gonna run this tank out. I mean, not completely out, obviously. That would be stupid.
The gap in front is now 22 seconds. We're running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, dashboard.
The gap behind is now 23 seconds. 2 litres left. Okay, Pasha. Very little fuel left. In this lap, box this lap. 1 litre remaining.
I get it, Jim. We're low on fuel.
Watch your speed.
We're good for the whole thing. Got it. Alright, great, cool. Let's not overrun the pit stall. Perfect. Half the race gone. Get some fuel in. I'm the last one to pit. All right, I think we can now just go balls out to the end.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line. The gap behind is now 48 seconds. Blue flag. Blue flag. P8. Blue flag.
Go ahead, Austin. Take the slipstream.
On your right. Clear right.
Give him the corner so he's not stressed out. And it works out for both of us. Now I get his slip down the front straight.
The gap in front is now 22 seconds. The gap behind is now 3.0 seconds.
Interesting line. Wonder if that was intentional, or if he just went long. I clicked the flipper much more than 5 times. Trying to get down to first there. Not the line. Also not the line.
The gap ahead is now 22 seconds. That lap was at 154.9. The gap behind is now 1.8.
I always have such a problem with the exit of that left. I'm tempted into nailing the throttle early, and I end up pushing wide on exit and have to give it up. Dang, it's a good lap. Almost a PB with full fuel.
The gap in front is now 21 seconds. That lap was a 154.4. That's your quickest lap in this session. The gap behind is now 1.1.
Sorry, this is a bit of a snooze fest. It's a pit strategy race. And there just aren't enough people on the track to be always around somebody. At least enjoy some Corvette ASMR here.
Right side. Clear right.
P9.
I'm back where I started. The difference being I don't have to pit again, and I think everyone in front of me does. Now granted, they'll only be taking a splash if they don't take tires.
The gap behind is now 42 seconds.
And I've already been lapped. So I'm probably not going to win this race. But I expect to gain at least one position on strategery. Still got an hour to go, my goodness. I gotta put a dead zone at the top of this pedal. I think my slow laps are partly because I'm not pushing the pedal all the way down.
gap ahead is now 1.8 seconds. You've just done a 154.7. The gap behind is now 40 seconds. Yellow flag, caution.
It's only a matter of
Car
time before he
left.
passes me again.
Clear left.
I might as well take this while I can get it.
Awesome, well done.
Just hope he doesn't take me out when he passes me again.
The gap in front is now 22 seconds. P8. The gap behind is now 1.0.
Heck of a break-in period for these pedals. Had the 45-minute race with Plebeian on Wednesday. This race tonight. I'll have the SRO UK race on Sunday. I wonder if Robert's just back in there, just chilling, saving fuel. Dorif Kingi!
The gap in front is now 22 seconds. Your last lap time was a 154.7. The gap behind is now 0.3. Your lap times are pretty consistent.
Not the line.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
You're gonna be faster, right? I wonder if these guys are running shorter gears. His exit wasn't that much better, was it? whatever. Just happy to be here, Bob. My back is very wet right now. That's uncomfortable. Gee, I wonder why my left rear is wearing out as I drift through sunset again.
E9.
Not the line.
The gap behind is now 36 seconds.
Never brake while downshifting into the hairpin, dumbass. Hello. How to throw away your strategy in one corner or less. At least I didn't whack anything. That was me knocking on my wooden rig. Advantages of having a wooden rig. You can knock on wood whenever you say something that might be jinxing you. So it's long endurance races like this that remind me of something that I saw the other day. So apparently this guy, who's a software engineer, thought it would be cute, and was apparently right, to write his own, like, AI VTuber. So it's an AI that acts like a Twitch streamer, and he built it this little cutesy girly avatar. And so she's an AI VTuber. And so he has his own little avatar, and they just get on Twitch and he talks to it. And it has like a natural language processor and everything, so it can, you know, it's a chatbot. But he trained the AI by feeding it a bunch of Twitch chat. So it talks like a Twitch chat person. A typical Twitch chat person. Which means it says some really bizarre things. But it's kind of hilarious. And I had the thought the other day, if I could set up something similar, but train it as like a crew chief, but also a ridiculous VTuber chatbot, I think it would be really funny to have like this little anime girl thing in the corner, not only heckling me, but giving me pit strategy. And it would liven up a race like this, where I'm just like 18 seconds from everybody in both directions. I don't know, it was just something interesting I was thinking about the other day. At least interesting to me. If there's one thing in this world I love more than thinking about the potential of AI,
the gap ahead is now 10 seconds. gap behind is now 25
Used
seconds.
to talk to crew chief. It is interesting to see what crew chief's voice recognizer thinks it hears sometimes. As soon as my kids heard that crew chief had sort of a rudimentary AI that listened to what you said and tried to match it to stuff, of course they started yelling like random stuff at it. And there was one time where it actually recognized one of the things they yelled as something. Like, I think my son said, like, "Hey Jim, does your butt stink?" or something, you know, random, as 9-year-olds do. And it got matched to something, somehow. So Jim goes, "No." Just no. And they just thought it was the most hilarious thing ever.
The gap in front is now 9.4. Your lap
Must
time
admit,
was
I
at
was amused as well.
154.6.
Because that 9-year-old boy is alive in me as well.
The gap behind is now 24 seconds.
Never let the little guy go. Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if the people who wrote Crew Chief had some AI Easter eggs in there that aren't published. That's not a first-year corner. What am I doing? Jim, does this race suit make me look fat? He's got no response for that.
The car ahead's pitting now.
There you go. This strategy is coming around.
The gap in front is now 4.0. Your lap time was 155.1. Okay, Pasha, your lap times are pretty consistent.
Oh, you'll be in and out a bit, eh? Say no more, say no more. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Eighth place. We've gone out of track limits. Keep it
Did I
between your
really?
lines.
Did I really, Jim? Are you sure?
Oh no, I just can't hear you.
I know that was just an error out of the first thing I said a little while ago, but that was just perfectly timed as
The gap ahead is
sarcastic
now
banter.
28 seconds. The gap behind is now 32 seconds.
Jim, is Claire as hot as she sounds? Could I, like, take Claire out to dinner sometime? Maybe go to the cinema?
The gap in front is now 32 seconds. You've just done a 154.8.
Kevin's already made his 2 pit stops.
The gap in front is now 28 seconds. P7. The gap behind is now 1.9.
So according to the fuel calculator, even going full bore here, I'm 7 liters ahead.
The leader, Gallardi, is pitting.
which means that even if it goes a lap longer than I expected, I'll still make it. Who's giving us the blue? Oh, Austin's back there. Alright. Little drift for the crowd. You know. Gotta please the audience.
The gap ahead is now 23 seconds. That lap time was 1:54.5. The gap behind is now 2.6 seconds.
Now, Austin and I were very good to each other last time. And I let him... He was very patient and waited for me to give him the opportunity to pass where it didn't disadvantage either of us. Let's see if that happens again. But because I am in a legit battle for position with Kevin right now. Almost a personal best. With half a tank of gas.
18 seconds. That was a 1:54.4. That's your quickest lap. The gap behind is now 2.8.
Car left, clear left.
That mostly worked out. I mean, I disadvantaged myself intentionally, just to let him through. We didn't have to fight. I don't think it was awkward on either side. I think I just gave up a little bit too much. But it all worked out. See if we can hold on to this position against Kevin.
The gap in front is now 17 seconds. That was a 1:55.3. The gap behind is now 1.5 seconds.
my imagination? Or is the sun setting? Are we going to end at night? That would be amazing. Boy, am I glad I did night practice this week. We kind of started in the dark. I think we're going to end in the dark as well. Whoa, baby! Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined.
The gap in front is now 17 seconds. The gap behind is now 0.6. P7.
This little battle with Kevin is getting interesting. Well within slipstream range. But will it be enough? I don't think so.
The gap ahead is now 16 seconds. That lap time was 1:54.3. That's your fastest lap today. The gap behind is now 0.8.
Everything's fine. Be a sitting duck here. Yeah, he just keeps coming back to me. I seem to be better through sunset than him, though. Either that or he backed off so he wouldn't hit me.
15
Much
seconds.
appreciated.
The gap behind is now 0.3.
On your right. Clear right.
You just couldn't make it stick. He's close enough now,
Fastest lap
though.
for Gallardi,
He just has to wait for the
151.7.
straight and just blow by me in the slipstream. He bobbled the exit, though. Oopsie daisy.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds. That last lap was a 154.7. The gap behind is now 0.4.
What's he gonna try on me this lap?
New fastest lap for Gallardi, 151.6.
Crazy thing is, we're not even losing that much time with this fight.
The gap in front is now 13
This is great stuff.
seconds. The gap behind is now 0.5.
Are we catching a Roman? I thought the gap was like 18 seconds. Maybe he had a spin or something? This is a great battle. On full defense. Oh, he's gotta have me now. He's gotta have me now.
Car right. Clear right.
Especially
On
when
your
I do
right.
that.
Clear right. Left side. Clear left.
I don't believe it. Yes. Over under shenanigans. Engage. Oh, I totally botched the exit. Surely he's gonna have me here.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Nope. And here
20
we are
minutes remaining.
again.
You've got 20 minutes left.
We're under 20 minutes, everybody. And I've got a red left rear.
The gap in front is now 12
It's all
seconds.
happening now.
The gap behind is now 0.3.
No, 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 that's it.
On your left. Clear left.
Dang it. I knew it would be the hairpin. Stupid hairpin. Still haven't hit anything, though. And did he use up his tires? Of course, he's got an extra pit stop, so even if he did use up his tires, they're not as bad as mine. Unless he really abused them. Well, that was fun for as long as I was able to hold it out. Giggity. No, don't hit anything. Yeah, that left rear isn't happy anymore. I can't do my habitual yeet into sunset. Whoa! I hit that curb and almost died.
Blue flag. The gap behind is now 23 seconds.
Kinda missed that breakpoint. Oh well.
Right side.
Oh, he's just gonna send it into the
Clear
essence.
right.
Okay. Could have just waited for this straight when you can just pull on by me with no effort at all. But let's endanger us both anyway. You know. Oh god, no! Whoop, 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 whoop. Everything's fine. Oh god! Everything's not fine. And my suspension's dead. And I have 15 minutes to go.
Your suspension is going to need sorting. You'll need to come in.
Well, that was stupid. How did I make that save in Sunset and then while I was celebrating that, just randomly
The
smack
gap
the
behind
wall?
is now 21
That's
seconds.
infuriating.
All right, Pasha. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Well, I needed something to help me pay attention. How about a damaged car? A very damaged car. Oh, jeez. What an idiot! Classic me. Have a perfectly good race for 90% of it and then smash into something with 15 minutes to go. Had a 0 incident race in the bag. And
The
I just
gap ahead
drove
is
into
now
the wall.
9.1 seconds.
Absolute genius.
The gap behind is now 17 seconds.
I cannot believe I did that. I'm so frustrated with myself. I even gonna hold this place now? I'm losing top end. I'm 3 seconds down. Unbelievable.
The gap in front is now 12 seconds.
Look at the speed I'm losing.
The gap behind is now 15 seconds.
I don't know if I'm gonna hold this place. Duplantier is showing 2 pit stops. So he's good to the end on fuel. I'm a second down after Sector 1. Oh, this is so frustrating.
The pit window closes in 2 minutes.
That's not the line. Genius.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
Oh, God.
All right, Pasha, we've gone out of track limits.
Have
Keep
I,
in between the
Jim?
lines.
Have I really?
Blue flag.
Ah, it's so frustrating.
You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. Pit window closing in 1 minute. The gap ahead is now 20 seconds. The gap behind is now 6.5.
On your left. Clear left.
P8. Okay, Pasha. Pit window's closed.
There's Duplantier right behind me. Such a stupid mistake, man. I'm really frustrated with myself.
The car ahead's pitting.
What? The strategy's still working, boys. I could salvage something yet.
The gap in front is now 10 seconds.
This certainly is an interesting challenge, driving this wounded car around for the last 15 minutes. I'm surprised it hasn't done more damage to my left front tire. Seems to be none the worse for wear. God, look at the speed I'm losing.
The gap ahead is now 24 seconds. Hit all your apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. 7th position.
Sorry, Robert, my steering doesn't really work right now. Really thought he was going to hit me.
Okay, Pasha. There'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
Be a sitting duck here because I can't get the top speed anymore.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Whole shot. Nope. Not anymore. Not with this car. The way it is.
8th place.
Oh, that's the sand. I followed him right off. What a genius.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track.
Yeah.
Keep it between the white lines.
Target
The
fixation
gap
is
behind
real.
is now 26 seconds.
This car is not pleasant to drive right now.
Okay, Pasha. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I mean, it's not unpleasant, it's just unpredictable. Wacky. An extra challenge. I'm so mad at myself. What an absolutely boneheaded mistake. And we really are going to finish in sunset color. Absolute genius, whoever set this race up.
That's 2 minutes left.
2 laps
2
to go
minutes.
now. You see those sparks dancing across the pavement? That was awesome. less awesome the predicament my car is in right now. I'm losing 3 seconds a lap.
Yellow flag.
I would never wish ill on my competitors, but it would be pretty hilarious right now if Duplantier binned it and I took the position back. Oh, this is painful. I just can't do anything with this car anymore. Three seconds a lap.
One more lap to go.
Sweet, merciful white flag. Considering,
Yellow
though,
flag. Watch out.
this is...
The gap behind is now 21 seconds.
the longest
We're on a
continuous
cut
driving
warning.
stint I've
Keep
done
it
in a
tidy.
very,
Please
very
pressure.
long time. Against some very fast people. And yes, I ended up a back marker against those people. But to have 2.5 hours of drive time and only one big mistake, I mean, one is one too many. But still. Could have been a lot worse. The one-stop strategy would have worked. Because I think I would have been able to hold off Robert with a better car. With a car that wasn't wounded. Because if I'd had those 3 seconds a lap back, I would have been well clear of 10-second gap. I'm still within 8 seconds of him. That's only 3 laps, and I've been damaged for much longer than that. So I should have had 7th, if not for the bonehead mistake. I will continue to be frustrated with myself for that. But a P8...
P8. Okay, it's over.
I finished where I started. Against a very, very tough group of people. It was really fun. 2.5 hours of driving a DP around Sebring. And it's already... Well, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Despite being frustrated with myself for that one stupid mistake that cost me a position at the end. But that's the way it is. Ordinarily, I would do a recap at this point, but it's very late and I'm very tired. So I think that's where I'm just going to leave it. But thanks to HiHi and SRS for hosting this special event, the 2.4 hours of Sebring, starting and ending in darkness. Oh, that was super fun. Let's do it again. Not right now, though. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Thanks to everybody who watches this in the future. I hope you enjoy it as well. And for those of you who are watching it live, have a decent weekend, at least. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.